Well, hello there. That's Dunfermline behind me, and that's ultimately where we're going today. We're just going out for a wee donder, nothing really that special. In fact, quite a bit of it's probably kind of what you might term mediocre. So you're probably as well just switching off now, in fact. You still there? I got off the bus at Crossford and we're walking down Wagon Way or Wagon Road, whatever you call it, towards Charlestown, and then that's on the side of the Firth of Forth, along the coast to Limekilns, and just before Rosyth we're cutting up towards Dunfermline. There's many sections of it that just don't kind of do a great deal visually. You know, we're not constantly getting slapped about the face with stunning views or anything. There will be the odd nice view, but you know, the section between Crossford and Charlestown, pretty boring maybe most of the time. And it's the same just before Rosyth when we head up towards Dunfermline. It's kind of mostly road. By the coast there'll be the odd nice view, but as I say, there's not a great deal going on the whole. We're just out for a walk. It's good to get out and get a bit of fresh air, a bit of exercise. Yeah, but you're probably as well just watching something else, to be honest. Right, to Dunfermline. I found a Sticky Willie bush there. They're quite hard to find at this time of year because, like the thistles, they're on their way out and they're sort of dying, in fact. Not as green and vibrant and, well, I was going to say sticky, but they are actually just as sticky as they normally are. You know, they stick to skin, they've got little barbs on them. And you know, I've often thought that Sticky Willies have the potential to be what you might term a wonder fastener. I mean, imagine just for talking's sake that buttons started to go on your shirt. You know what buttons are like, what a pain they are sometimes. You got to sew them back on again. But what if you had Sticky Willies? What you could do is just put where each of the buttons would normally be. Sticky Willie, Sticky Willie, Sticky Willie, and you just put your shirt over top with that, so that the Sticky Willie takes the place of your buttons. And apart from being perhaps a little bit jaggy, a ScotRail would say, sorted. I mean, even if the zip in your trouser went, why go to the bother of buying another zip, getting it repaired, a couple of sticky willies, that's the job done. Oh, the skill. I'm not too sure just for how much longer I'm going to be making these YouTube videos. There's a variety of reasons that's going to make me think I should just put it on the back burner for a while, if not for good in fact. The last couple of long walks I've done where it's just been a walking video, I've really struggled towards the end. Maybe I just walked too far, maybe I'm getting old, you know, I don't know. But I seriously struggled towards the end of it. Also, I mean, I've done over 200 videos, you know, I'm starting to wonder what subject matter to tackle next. I mean, people sometimes send me ideas, but at the end of the day, it's got to be something that kind of grips me and it really sparks an interest within me for me to tackle it. And I think perhaps the main reason, and maybe it's not the main reason, maybe I'm just jumping on it and using it as the main reason, but YouTube are about to change their advert policy on the videos. And while I may have it wrong, but from what I understand at the moment is that people who make YouTube videos, you will no longer have the choice about where adverts are placed. At the moment I choose for the adverts to be at the start and the end of the video, I don't want adverts in the middle of my video. I put quite a bit of work into making some of these videos, you know. I mean, imagine watching a film at a film house and there's adverts in the middle of the film. It's a nonsense, you know, it really is. There's got to be a balance between, you know, trying to kind of get as much profit out of your adverts and also allowing viewers to properly view the videos. There's got to be a balance there. I think that balance is for adverts at the start of the video and at the end. Okay, some people might want the adverts in the middle of the video. That's okay, but I'm not one of them. And if YouTube, if I've got this right and that actually happens, that might well just put me off making videos completely. Certainly for YouTube. But I don't know. Maybe I picked it up wrong. And even if I have picked it up right, maybe I'll change my mind. But I'm sensing I'm kind of near the end of my video making spree, if I can call it that. Right, shut. I think that's what is called the King's Cellar. I could be totally wrong. And as I say, wine shipped from all over the world arriving in the harbour at Limekilns and stored here before being shipped in consumable batches to the palace at Dunfermline. A lovely old building.
Well, that's me in Dunfermline. I don't know why I came this way. I'm in Pittencrieff Park. I've never been in this bit before. I thought it might be a shortcut. Usual story. I was going to end at the Abbey sort of stroke palace, which is sort of up there, way up there. But then it's funny sometimes when you haven't been a particular way and you just come upon things that you've never seen before. There's a squirrel. A squirrel in front of Wallace's well, yeah. Near this spot, William Wallace is thought to have taken refuge and sustenance whilst fleeing from his enemies, scouts of the King of England, following a visit to St Margaret's Shrine in 1303. Yeah, I've never seen it before. I thoroughly enjoyed the walk. You know, that's a walk I just sort of made up, but as you may have seen along the way, part of it followed a bit of the Fife Coastal Path, and another part followed, is it the Fife Pilgrim Way, I think it's called, another long distance path. So it's always good to make up your own sort of walk sometimes, and it's that's why it's important to know what you're doing with your Land Ranger Ordnance Survey map. Anyway, we'll end it here. I'm going to have a few beers, one of the pubs in the town. My neighbours must love me after a few beers because I'm a terrible snorer, and I think a few beers probably makes the snoring worse. But because I've had a few beers, I no longer can hear them banging and battering their walls and floors to try and wake me up and stop me snoring. I'm Eddie Burns.